welcome back to Creature Corner, episode 54, Santa Claus / Holiday Cryptids, part 2. My name is Jared Krichevsky. I am a creature and character concept artist working in the industry today. Joining me right now is my friend, Matt Millard. He's my friend. He's your friend. He's friend to the show. He's friend to everyone you know. God. No.
Wow.
No. Hi, buddy.
What's up, dude?
What, dude?
Weird.
Let's get weird, man. We have been doing this for 54 episodes.
Dude, it's crazy.
Over a year now.
Dude, that's insane. I'm excited. It feels good. Matt, can you share your screen? Yes, I can. I am capable of doing that.
We're back. We're back, baby.
It is just a portrait of my...
a portrait of madness, if you will.
A portrait of madness.
Two men on a stream about to make some monsters. So we are continuing the cryptid design Santa Claus. So Matt, you've got... Oh, you found him. I thought you would like...
No, I've got the model. I lost all my reference.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and just look up some more reference, which is essentially, look at these big bubbas. Look at that guy.
Look at that bubba.
That's insane.
So
it was this guy, these two Arctic things, and this crazy Arctic segmented worm here. I was going to add some of this kind of foiled flangella around him and get a little bit of an insect mixed with a walrus head. And the original sketch is gone, but that's okay because we're going just a blue sky.
Sometimes, I mean, save everything that you do always.
Yeah, that's a lesson learned.
It only takes a few thousand times before it sinks in.
Yeah, and I actually had to, for the first time, rewatch an episode that we did so I could get like a ballpark of where I was on this. And I've got to say, we are hilarious. Like the whole time, I was like, dude, we are ridiculous.
We are. Well, we're doing this. We do this for an audience of 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because our videos are the same as our like chats, are the same as our like hangouts.
Yeah.
It's just like how we are. So yeah, man.
So yeah, I've got insect walrus, and these are going to be horns. I learned that are going to be holding this like kind of blood jewel, which is some sort of mystical power that this thing needs. And the whole story is it's this giant Arctic cryptid that wears this, stitched flesh cloak of the ones that it's killed. He eats you, and then throughout his giant kind of annelida, like earthworm-like body, digests you into coal. And then there are like, people around him that worship him and whatever, it's their god. And so that is like the origin of the big white beard, the bloody horns, the bloody cape, the white stone, the coal. That's the whole like mythology that I'm trying to create.
I mean, that's perfect. And then
I'm going to put a bunch of Christmas trees.
What would the list be? Like the naughty or nice list?
The naughty or nice list. Yeah, I think it would come down to some sort of like what's the thing they had to do in the Bible, like putting like the lamb's goat or the lamb's blood on the doors. Yeah, something like that. Something we don't know yet. Something like that. Yeah, so we're dude,
gonna find out who's naughty or nice.
Like, dude, that guy's like ultimate Sasquatch Santa monster.
He's like a little bit Sasquatch. He's a little bit mammoth. But he's a big boy.
He's a big
He's a
boy.
big boy. He's a big boy, and like the hunter. I think it's gonna be like it's like a Harry and the Hendersons kind of story.
Gotcha.
Like the hunter who's got to learn a lesson about
He's got to learn a lesson.
Well, they always have to learn a lesson.
They have to.
About maybe taking nature for granted, or something like that. Some kind of touching, heartfelt story. He's got a daughter. I think remember they had a Jingle Bells rehearsal that we were trying to get to, and but maybe he's got to save some skiers. And he sees this big boy. Maybe they were running a ski school.
I love it.
And just like an avalanche woke him up, or maybe some influencers were throwing like a gender party.
Influencers.
Yes, they were throwing
the worst nightmare.
And it just like it sets off an explosion.
Yeah.
And then and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" Basically, it's the plot of Troll.
Yeah.
Was.
I love it, dude.
Did you watch that? By the way, did you watch Troll?
No, I have. So I have a question.
Okay.
Is it a remake or a sequel to Troll that came out like?
Yeah, there was
years ago that was also like.
It was Troll Hunter, right? It was
the
same. It's the same movie.
Is it the same? Like, okay, so I have a question. Did you watch the new one? I haven't watched the new one.
I watched the new one. I watched the old one. I watched Troll Hunters.
Okay, so Troll Hunter. Yeah, that's right. The guy has like the kick-ass metal suit and all that stuff.
And it's kind of
smell the blood of Christians. That was like such a cool movie. I love that. Is it related to that movie at all?
I don't know, but it's the same aesthetic. They all the trolls look just like.
Yeah, that's so. I was wondering.
So I'm confused. Are they like a part of? Is it kind of the same movie? Is it the same team?
Is it the same guy?
Is that just what all the trolls look like? Because, and then someone had pointed out that it's kind of like a MonsterVerse movie.
Okay.
It's kind of like shot very much like King Kong, Skull Island. So it has kind of like even some of those same vibes. So it's. Don't watch the dub. The dub is terrible, so just watch it with subtitles. But I mean, like it's movie. I watched it with my parents. It's a gentle movie about like.
Okay, so real question: is Troll Hunter better?
I think Troll Hunters is better.
Yeah, I mean, that movie was sweet.
That movie was sick, and like how you saw them at night. The lighting, yeah.
And it was fun too, right? It was like there was like some fun stuff in there. The visual effects were great.
Yeah. Oh God, the visual effects are gorgeous.
Yeah,
they look fantastic. And it's a silly movie with monsters. What do you want? Like it's,
that's the point. You're trying to have a good time.
Yeah. Welcome from Brazil.
Ooh, what's up?
Yeah. Wow. Hey, thanks for hanging out and making monsters. So,
yeah, are you guys working on anything right now?
What are you guys making?
Are y'all doing a weird Santa Claus folklore thing, cryptid man?
By the way, we love it. People will hit us up and let us know. They're like, "Hey, I'm 3 episodes behind, but here's my Giger Gorgon," and we're like,
"Dude, it's so sick! It is so sick."
So like, cool anytime you guys like hit us up and you're working on stuff, or maybe the prompts are helping you, let us know, because the prompts are always kind of like it's hard prompting.
Mm-hmm. It's fun though.
But it sure is fun. That's the joy of creativity, of human creativity.
That's the joy of creativity.
And so, like, anyway, like his daughter's at a recital, and she's been practicing this like version of Jingle Bell Rock, like for ages.
Yeah, and they're going to like the local like hospice to sing. All the kids are going to the local hospice to sing,
Oh damn!
and that's where it all goes down.
Oh damn! At the hospice.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
yeah, that's where it goes down.
Holy shit! It's just terrible. Oh my god! So really, like, what? We don't feel bad for this thing? Maybe we feel a little bit bad.
You know, maybe it's one of those stories where at the end they think they defeated it, but really the beast saved them from some other impending doom.
Oh no! There's a bigger one.
Yeah, he was just trying to save the people he'd lived
The
among.
whole time he was like trying to warn them.
Yeah, but they misunderstood him, you know, like Godzilla, and it was a tragic thing. And
Damn, that is harsh.
and the daughter has a relationship with the creature, and that's how we find out, right?
Oh,
like
no.
learning sign language kind of thing.
Oh, so it's like they have a like a Kong moment.
Yeah, they have some sort of
They have a bond.
They have some sort of bond.
They have some kind of like bond.
It's some sort of bound.
Bound.
It's a bound.
But like that's kind of like all those stories of like boy and his dog kind of thing.
Right.
Like Flight of the Navigator. Did you ever see that?
I don't know.
Like 80s, it was a Disney movie. Wild. Because
Tell us why.
well, because it's a boy in a spaceship.
Okay.
And like the spaceship is sentient, and like he befriends like a little alien that like lives on his shoulder, that like lives in a little terrarium, and it's like, oh man, you've seen this movie. Come on.
Honestly, I probably have. I
right.
just have a small brain.
Navigator. Okay, that's our movie recommendation for this week then.
Flight of the Navigator.
Dude, this they had one of like the best iconic spaceships, which is like
yeah.
They had the little acorn dude, and then it like maxes out and it goes like turbo.
That's right. It goes full turbs.
It goes full turbo, and it's like zoom, right?
Like,
it makes it sound right. But then they got like cool little aliens in it. Yeah, there's like this little cute dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Got, like three. Like I love this movie. This is one of my favorites. And then there's just like a giant eye in there for no reason. And then there was like the ugly like sock puppet. See, this is like
that's incredible.
Movies today don't have a little sock puppet. Anyway, like this is the ship itself, the intelligence. And so it goes like compliance. It was very fun.
Oh, okay. God, it all looks so familiar.
So we need a little bit of like whimsy. A little whimsy.
A little whimsy.
A little bit of whimsy. Yeah. Yeah, you got a gruesome story. Did you ever figure out what like the naughty and nice list was? It was like maybe to keep it away, people would write their like an X over their child's bed or something.
Right now, yeah, I'm gonna think about that. Right now, I've got a little stitch brush, and I'm gonna start blocking in the Brushwork. It's all stitched together, and it's not gonna be all the way red. It's gonna be blood spattered red.
Blood red.
Because it is made from the victims.
The victims of our killer Santa Claus.
Yeah, just like that. All right. Let's get some sort of just a garbage alpha. There we go. Nah.
Sent us a screenshot, but like I can't like click to look it to look it up. I can't
What'd
look
you
up.
say?
Someone was trying to share a screenshot of their Santa Claus.
Oh, they got one going?
Yeah, tweet it at us. Tweet at us on the Twitter Spaces.
Yes, forgive us for
we are old.
Yeah.
For we are old.
Oh, dude, this is already kind of taking shape here. Yeah, there you go. It's looking like a little bit of a flesh cloth.
I got a little bit of a flesh cloth.
A little bit of a flesh cloth.
All right.
Just hit it all. There we go. Yeah. Ooh, that's gross. Okay. And gross is good, boys. Gross is good.
We like gross.
Go ahead, mask by cavity here. Always got to mask by cavity.
Oh man, mask by cavity.
And then
like
you just kind of fill it. Look at that. You fill it, and then you've got red on all of your wounds. That's great.
What do you think is the most like underutilized feature? That like if someone was like new to like maybe had like mid-level ZBrush experience, like they were like, let's say they're like I can move around in ZBrush, but like, and I know kind of the basics, but like what's the thing that would help me the most?
Oh, well, I mean, those sound like two different questions. Like, what's the thing that will help me the most, and what's the most underutilized tool?
Okay, I mean, let's go with most underutilized tool.
Yeah, with me, I would definitely say layers and morph targets.
Layers and morph targets. Interesting.
Yeah, in production and in design, the things you can do with layers and morph targets, I mean, it's unparalleled, and I don't see a lot of artists really. I do see like the very like whenever you watch like how they made Lion King, like everything's a morph target and a layer, and they have all different like fascia and muscles, things triggering, and you can store a morph target, paint in a part of an option, and then turn on a layer, store that as a morph target, turn that off, and then paint on part of that layer. I think that's the kind of stuff that it's like kind of higher level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's a lot of the
it's higher level.
A lot of the ZBrush Summit folk, like guys who are like top of their game studios, they talk about morph targets and.
Oh yeah, dude, and
it's kind of like, maybe for a lot of new people who shy away from layers or
yeah.
I mean, morph targets are a must, just for like sculpting detail and being able to like back stuff away and erase. Very powerful.
Well, what about you?
Well, you know me, I love my mirror and weld.
Oh yeah, dude, especially kind of for like really quick ideations and stuff.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
That's always like once I kind of like figured out that kind of trick for myself. I think that's what helped me figure a lot of stuff out. Like being able to like cut your character in half.
Yeah.
Just work on half of the body, or just like a segment at a time. I think that helped me a lot. Breaking things down into pieces too, because like sometimes when you're sketching out a project and suddenly it gets like overwhelming, sometimes just like circling out a foot and just working on that foot as its own kind of like thing to focus on kind of cuts out the noise. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like just cut out a foot.
You just pop a little foot in there and see what happens.
Just cut out a little foot.
The man was born with 2 feet, Your Honor.
Yeah. It can't be helped. I've actually been spending a lot of time in Krita.
Dude, I still haven't downloaded that. I've got to.
Well, I found a brush pack, which I'll share with you guys when I'm ready to start rendering. But dude, it feels like paint, like
Yeah, that's dope.
smudgy paint. And they have a little brush pack, and it is just fantastic. So I've been using that for this show that I've been on.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's been really nice. You know, it's kind of like what I was saying is I've seen a lot of directors kind of like go back to sketching, because I've seen different eras where it's like only tight 3D will get through, or
Yeah.
you know, or director needs everything realized 100% tight.
Dude,
3D.
like some guys just can't see
They can't
trees through the forest or whatever.
that sketch, or it's just
they can't figure it out.
maybe on a bigger project, like the more people you have on board, you need the 3D, so everybody's like, okay, we all agree this is good, you know.
Right.
But now I'm seeing and have seen is a kind of like a return to sketching again, where they're like, no, just give me I would just want loose drawings, you know, or you find a method that kind of like sticks, and that happens to work. It just shows like the need to be flexible as you can. Move brush. Move brush, yes. Move brush is powerful. Masking is powerful. Like if you just think about how to utilize masking properly.
Yeah, and I mean if you're a texture artist, you should be able to use all of those masking abilities in your modeling software, you know, and you can. It's really cool.
Slicing is also very powerful. Utilizing slicing and grouping along with like masking and polygroups. That's when you start getting really like into it. Get into the deep knowledge.
Into the deep knowledge.
The deep knowledge. All right. I think I'm going to start rendering this guy a little bit. So if you want, let me show you some paintbrushes. So this is in the latest version of Krita. So it's I think Krita 5.1. And,
okay.
You have to go through and upload a brush pack, but it's free. It's an RGBA brush pack. And Krita, when you open up this little kind of like window over here, you download it. So it's called RGBA wet. So this is the wet media. You click that, you drag it into your box. What you can do is right click on any brush and then assign it to a tag. So I created my own basic tag, and you can assign a brush to a tag. Then that creates your own kind of like, these are my tool presets.
Okay. That's cool.
Let's see. Let me go back. So I have my basic tool presets, and then let's see. I might have lost it. There we go. Anyway, so there's a bunch of like different kinds of brushes in here. There's like a kind of like a paintbrush, but these use RGB A, so it uses alpha too. And man, look at this smudge. This is crazy. This feels like media, and then
That's pretty insane. Yeah,
that's
buttery, dude.
Look, and it blends, right? You can blend it.
Ooh.
But then as you apply pressure, so I apply pressure on my tablet, it adds paint. So it's like pressure to add paint, and then you blend it off. And dude, look how just like smooth that gets it. But it's got like a nice edge, and it behaves like paint.
Yeah, that looks great, dude. That's really cool.
Oh man, this is free software, by the way. And then there's this, they've got palette knives, which they introduce a little bit of like color variation in there, which is really nice.
Oh yeah.
But it feels like you're like scraping thick paint on it. They've got like a nice little palette knife too. I mean, it just leaves a little bit of like tooth and like texture. So that's a great brush. But they have like a ton of these in there. Anyway, but I recommend checking out the wet media.
Dude, that's insane. They look incredible.
It just feels like butter, just nice texture. And what's crazy is just the blend. So you can just grab your this is kind of the main brush I use anyway, but like just being able to like blend like this
seems natural.
Crazy. It's like
it feels natural.
Yeah. So fully recommend checking out Krita and the RGBA wet pad. So like that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm thinking I'll do some shadows first, just figure out the lighting, and then I'll render the forms a little bit. Well, that'd be nice.
Render the forms.
Well, that'd be nice. Like, since I started kind of using this, I'm like, oh man, it makes you cocky, like you could paint with real paint again.
Dude, I know. I mean, it just feels. I mean, it looks like it feels just natural.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. Like next level natural.
Yeah, it's really good, and for like free software, this is crazy. A nice blend, and I mean, clearly I have to go with like a red color, right?
Don't forget to save your project.
Don't forget to save your projects. You know what? It's time for Spooky Camp.
Yeah, where's our spooky music at?
We need our spooky music.
Yeah, I want to bring this beard forward so I can expose some scarier parts of his mouth here. I think I want kind of like some human teeth lining this whole section, right? Like he's got his flesh cape here. He's got
flesh cape.
He's got his bloody horns. There's a block end of a diamond up there, you know. But what we really want to see is like, what if there were like human teeth this entire length of this cavity right here? That would be cool. Let's do that.
Just blocking in some basic local values. You're gonna have white and then what, like dark red fur?
Dark red for hanging out.
Dark red for hanging out.
I need to get a guy in here for scale, and maybe I need to get some Christmas trees in here, you know. Like the snowy forest he's in is just surrounded by Christmas trees.
That could be
his antlers or branches from Christmas trees, you know. There's options.
Oh, I messed that up. I messed up.
How'd you mess up?
I messed up. Merged layers when I didn't mean to.
For the love of merging.
For the love of merge. It's okay. We just do what we got to do.
We got a worm. Walrus.
I usually, I like to keep like a layer, like an alpha layer. So I'm not painting on like the background.
Right.
Like a clipping mask.
Yeah, I want this giant appendage to kind of act like Santa's sack. Like it's just this giant end of the worm. And just holds all the body parts that it's regurgitating. I like it. Yeah, so there's Santa's sack there. His bag full of presents that have been cold.
That's horrific. I love it. Oh, you tagged us in a tweet.
Have you named your guy? Is there... I feel like...
Rad! Oh, Burned Out Embers. Am I following you? I'm not following you, but I am now. Hello.
What's he got? Dude, that is so sick.
Yes.
Look at how sick that is.
With the rolls, it's like lamb's wool.
Oh, dude,
That's
I love
fun.
that.
Yes.
That's awesome,
great.
Dude. That is awesome.
That is super fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for this. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for tagging.
So cool, dude.
That was cool. Yeah, I like it. Keep going.
Yeah, we love it, dude.
See, like that's
peak.
That's exactly why we do this.
Yeah.
I think why we
make monsters with this.
Yeah. God, this media is crazy. It just, it's so good. I use like 4 brushes total. What are there animals that have like really red fur?
Well, red.
Yeah, like red. I mean, like
you're more in like orange territory.
I mean, like orangutans are kind of like orange brown.
Like baboons have those crazy red butts.
And like bright color is usually pretty limited.
You find it a lot in insects and birds.
Yeah.
You don't find it a lot in mammals. Like there's red pandas, but they're really not like red like what you're thinking of.
Let's look up a red panda. They're more like orange.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a pretty good red.
Yo, what's up, Andrew? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's about as mammalian as red gets. You know what I mean?
They are stinking cute. Yeah, this is kind of like red orange, right?
Yeah, I'd say it's somewhere around the blue-green spectrum.
Like purple and mauve.
Yeah.
Mauve.
Yeah.
Mauve. Okay. All right. We can do it.
Santa's sack.
But maybe that's like, that's a part of it. It was like, oh, his fur. It was bright red. And
yeah, I'm going with bloodstained.
Yeah, you're going like violent. Yours is like the horror movie.
What if what if maybe his fur was iridescent?
Iridescent,
but only red.
Oh, but the sheen is red.
The sheen, but it
be like the highlight.
It wouldn't be a sheen. It would be like a film. right? You would put a film on it to like an oily kind of film, and you would match it to the refractive index to make it a little red.
There you go. What if it hits like red? Yeah, like red in the highlights.
Yeah, exactly. You could even color a spec map. You know what I mean?
I love these brushes. It's like feels like butter, man. Like Butterman.
The return of Butterman.
God, we need a guy made of butter.
That is,
you know what I'm talking about.
Accurate. We need a dairyman.
We need a dairyman. The dairyman.
I just decided that I'm gonna go like this whole guy's, because you know, I mean, he's basically a segmented worm creature with a little bit of bipedal elements. I'm gonna add a mandible that's like, here, let's just pop in like a sphere. Just realized, like, dude, I need some sort of crazy giant jaw, like a giant maw hanging off of this dude.
Well, why? Yeah, I mean, you could do like a bifurcated kind of mandible, or what do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like it's like down here.
Yeah. Snake jaw. Oh, yeah. So the mandible is in the chest.
It's right above the chest.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And I'll push some of this down.
What if you went like mantis shrimp with the mandible, so they both look like mantis shrimp, like they're little freaking claw guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. Dude, I think like a human element would really kind of
spring hairs.
Even just the silhouette of a human lower jaw.
Okay, so Ben, hey Ben, welcome. Thanks for hanging out, man.
What's up?
What's up? So he said spring hairs are kind of like bright red as well. Look at those guys.
Spring hairs. Oh, okay. Red. Yeah, I mean
that is pretty red.
You're talking,
but it's all in the red orange spectrum. It's nothing's like pure like.
No,
red.
I mean not with mammalians. You're looking at avian. You're looking at insect. You're looking at birds. That's the kind of stuff you're looking at for those exotic colors. You know what I mean? As far as I know, anyways.
Well, you know what? It's just about making monsters.
Well, I mean, that's the point, right?
Well,
it's gotta be a little fantastical.
Well, then I could definitely color his cheeks rosy.
Dude, I don't know. I think you could like push it, right? I think you could make them red.
Just make them more reddish?
Yeah. And maybe where the white parts are that's supposed to be white parts, maybe there's a different kind of fur there, like more tufty fur or something, you know?
Tufty.
Let's
see. Tufty fur.
Tufticular cancer.
What was that? And his fur was bright red.
Yeah, Jared, what do you think about that? Like having it kind of like this, dude.
Yeah, that's what? Oh, it's like a maw.
It's just a giant fucking mouth.
I like that. It's a big old mouth.
Yeah, you know, he's got some scary fire guts, and you can barely see it. You know, it's like a reveal. Like once he turns a certain way, you're like, oh no, that's gonna eat me big time. and then you're not excited to see Santa Claus anymore.
Well, this is the legend that Santa was based on, right?
Exactly, over thousands of years,
Over thousands of years, and he's come back on his spaceship.
Oh, he's come back to set the record straight.
Oh,
he gets summoned by some drunk high school kids reading old news prompts from 1934 in the library archives.
Miskatonic University, baby.
That's right.
I mean, it's kind of perfect that they would summon it from a great unknowable like book of horrible incantations.
There's so Cabin in the Woods is one of my most favorite movies of all time. Like way, way, way up there. One of my most favorite movies ever. And there's a line in that movie where the stoner guy, they're down there and they find all of the different relics and stuff, and everyone's like interacting with them, and the girl starts reading from the diary, and the stoners and she's like, "Oh, there's some sort of Latin phrase here," and the stoner guy's like, "I'm drawing the line at the Latin. Don't read the Latin."
Yeah.
And whatever the F this is. I love that, dude. The movie is so good.
Well, it's what's great about it is that it's like it's a satire, but it's also it's cool on its own. It's not like a scary movie satire where it's like, here, we're just poking fun at your favorite things, but it actually like has its own lore.
Yeah, they do. So the first time I saw it, my impression was they literally explain all of the B cheesy films.
Yeah.
And they like find an origin in all of it, and they make it work, and it's really cool. It's really intelligent. It's also really funny.
It's also very, very funny.
Like that's the secret, dude. Like if you can be funny in a horror film, it's gonna be successful.
Like funny in the right way, too. Like if you go slapstick, then it just becomes its own thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I mean, what's it called? Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, it's funny in all the right ways. Like it's self-aware, but it's also like building its own world. It's just cool.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a bummer we never got a sequel.
Well, I mean, with the way it ended, the only thing you could do is a prequel.
There you go. Well, then give me a prequel, damn it. I want a prequel. I want a prequel. I demand it. Dude, did you see the latest Avatar trailer? Or are you in no?
I did not. I haven't seen anything new in a minute. Like whenever I get off of my computer,
you are done.
Yeah, I smoke a cigarette and then I lay down and hang out with my dog. What's the? Does it look awesome?
Oh, it looks awesome, dude.
Yeah, I saw some early reviews. Obviously.
Early reviews are looking really good.
Yeah.
Very excited for it, actually. I think it, as a monster person.
As a human monster person.
As a human monster person, the more like creatures and monsters we get on screen, the better.
Oh yeah. Let's go to walruses here.
We're gonna go to Walrus Town.
I'm gonna start pumping in some walrus on this face. And then I think it's time to start rendering here in a second, just to see what things are looking like, you know?
Could go either way.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
Oh, yeah, buddy. God, this just blends so nice. I just love these brushes. I think that was a big barrier for a long time, is like, for me in digital painting. It's just nothing
Nothing natural, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I kind of like adapted around it. You know, you find methods or, you know, ways to get around it. But now, like, the way they code these things is so much better. Like, the brushes feel like brushes. It feels like natural media.
That's how I felt the first time I used Procreate on the iPad. I was like, wow, dude, you can like actually draw some shit on that.
Actually,
It's weird, man, but
you know, I mean, like, Wayne Barlow, for example, is very good at Procreate, and Wayne Barlow is like the master of creatures.
yeah, that dude's awesome.
Just like, and so like watching him paint on Procreate, it's like watching Mozart, you know, or listening to Mozart in his prime. So good. Yes. I saw him. I swear I saw him. He was big. He was bright red. He had a big old beard and claws.
And claws.
Yeah, claws.
Yeah, big old claws.
Big old claws. That says Larry. Did you see him? You see what I saw? All right, guys, get out of here. You're drunk. Get out of this office. Get out of here. Large monsters. And really believe that old legend. Get out of here.
Going walrus. There we go. Let's see here. Can we?
I'm going walrus.
I'm going walrus. Yum, 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 yum.
Like, going walrus is always a good choice.
Like, you know, you're going goblin mode, you're going walrus mode.
Like, it's like, well, if you decide to like go more walrus,
What okay if you went just a little more walrus with it?
Do you think you guys could go a little bit more walrus?
Well, you know, because you know Santa's a big fat guy.
He's a big fat guy.
He's got to be a big fat monster, right?
You'd have to be a big fat monster. You're going walrus.
You got to go walrus on it. I think I'm about to get a simple pose and start to see if this. This thing is hilarious. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's such a silly sculpt, but it's gonna be fun. Let's just
going back to Ben. He says, "Search glow in the dark spring hair."
Glow in the dark spring hair.
Glow in the dark spring hair.
Oh, spring your hair.
Yeah, a lot of animals actually give off.
Oh, so
They
hair
have you. Yeah.
in a rodent. Yeah, let's see it. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Glows
Oh,
under
it's
UV light.
fluorescent.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense that it's
You
not
know,
red.
there's a lot of animals that have this kind of same UV sensitive fur. Uh, uh, beavers, I think, beavers and platypus. Let's platypus glow in the dark. Yeah, see, they also glow under black light, which is crazy.
Dude, that is so sweet.
It is just like the damn coolest thing. What an odd animal, the platypus. Anyway, we're making monsters. Thank you for tweeting at me, Ben. He was 25 foot tall, 50 foot tall.
He was the milkman.
It was the milkman, I tell you. Oh, Santa Claus.
There you go. Starting to look like Santa Claus.
Let's
I'm
see.
a fan.
He did tweet at me. Yes. That is cool, dude. What else is, sensitive under UV light? Okay, so he's got this big white kind of furry top. Yeah, like you could see it. Like if you saw this, you'd see this like as the origin of Santa.
Yeah, dude, he's almost feeling a little ape in the face. I like that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely
cool.
an influence there. And he's also got the little like puffballs
Yes, dude.
all the way down. Just going ape on the face, bro. Overlay. This is very silly.
Yeah, it's pretty fun though. It's ridiculous. All right.
This is definitely a very silly thing to be painting.
It's all about having fun, man.
It's all about having fun. Static on my mic. Is that any better? Oh, that cord was probably getting loose.
A little bit of a loose cord there, brother.
Situation.
Little bit of a loose cord there, brother.
He's a loose cord.
The man's a loose cord.
The man's a loose cord. This is why we love James. He tells us all the horrible crap we're doing.
Yeah, James is the man.
James is the man.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows the Michelin Man.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Well, we got like some Santana going on in the background.
Oh
there.
yeah, it's like spooky. It's like spooky. Yeah, guitar solos.
I don't know if it's spooky, Jared.
Is that spooky?
I don't know if it's spooky, dude.
I'm painting him into a little like snowy environment. What do you think? God, these brushes are just like delicious.
Delectable.
Delectable. Oh dear. Let's see. Keyshot now?
Some sort of weird, weird worm Santa. I'm ready.
Oh my god. Diabolical.
He's got some stuff going on with him. It's pretty ridiculous. But I'm having a good time with it.
It's super weird, dude. But you got the silhouette down.
Yeah, silhouette's interesting, right? Weird enough. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I think it's going to work. Just got to figure that face out tonight, I think, is what I want to do. Let's see. Figure the face out.
Just gotta figure out the face.
I think I'm gonna figure the face out. All right, I'm gonna take a fiver. I'll be right back.
Hey, buddy, we'll see you in a minute. Hi. Welcome back. Hello. Hello, JC. Welcome. Hello. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out. So I am in the kind of like rendering process now. Got my line art. Got my alpha. Got my flat color. Then a little bit of highlight and shadow. But I like to keep them separate because I like to just tear it all down and start from scratch sometimes. Using my delicious brushes. Brush I use the most is this marker brush. So if you look in the standard kind of brushes, I like this guy right here. It's got kind of like a chalky brush vibe, but it's kind of smooth and buttery at the same time. It feels like using Prismacolor. If you've ever painted with colored markers, kind of how it feels. Hey, yeah, Ty, what's up, man? Dude, Krita is awesome. It's quickly become my favorite program. It just feels really natural. It's fun to paint with. I recommend Krita. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a very good Photoshop alternative. I still go back into Photoshop for various kind of like color tweaks. But I find the majority of all the drawing I'm doing is in Krita now. So do recommend. And then even I might take take something into Photoshop real quick, drop it back into Krita, go back and forth between the two. Of course, it all kind of depends on what you're looking for, what you need. But I really like Krita a lot. The brushes just blend together very naturally. It's very intelligent.
Well, not even mimicking. It's just, it really brings it home that you are talking to an alien intelligence. You're not talking to a human in a program. This is a different kind of mind.
Matt's back.
And
Yeah, Matt's back.
Alienness vibe is a bit upsetting.
Matt, are you back? Is he back? You back?
Host has muted my mic.
Oh, you're back. He's back.
Am I back?
All good. All good, buddy. All
back.
good.
Nice. Bring up a walrus here. Okay. He's got
Look,
a weird.
the guy's got a walrus.
Just gonna sculpt some sort of weird walrus head on this guy. I'm into it.
While filming this scene in Disney's The Mandalorian, the actors could see surrounding backpack. All of this is
Now we did this one. Ready for some dark synth wave?
Dark synthwave.
Dark synth wave. I swear, the selection for streamers who like scary stuff is very minimal.
It's just bad.
It's very bad and minimal at best. It's very exhausting. Nottawood, what's up, man? Welcome, my friend. Good to see you. I hope you're well. I miss you. I miss all my friends.
All right. Yeah. Time to go full walrus. The
Man.
walrus jaw.
Going full walrus. He's about to find out.
Can he walrus?
Can he walrus?
It's like, does it blend?
It's our new. I was just thinking we have a new game show.
Yeah.
Can he walrus?
Can he walrus?
The answer is no. No, he could not. We were foolish, and we apologize for his untimely death. Look, he said we had the walrus.
Yeah, I think if I was to name my guy, he'd probably be like a Barry.
Like a Barry or like a Leonard? Or
I mean, Leonard honestly is pretty. Leonard, Ernest. Ernest is good. Leonard is good.
like a Filtroy.
No.
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 Sorry.
Yeah, don't.
Not sorry. Ha! I took it back. You thought I was sorry? I'll teach you about bananas.
I'll teach you about plantains and other banana-like fruits. Yeah, and it just grows out of a hump in his head.
He's gone bananas.
And the boy has left his bananas.
Got his red fur now.
saving the file.
Save that file. Save your file for me.
Save your pity for the weak.
Save your pity for the weak.
That's what Shang Tsung says to Liu Kang in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Ah, man, poor Liu Kang. Got a telegram.
Dude got his telegram. Yep. That
Telegram.
cracked me up whenever I rewatched that. That was really funny.
God, I love that movie. It's perfect.
I'm going to remesh this flesh cloak and adjust it to the new body here.
Where else are you going to talk about flesh cloaks?
You know,
I mean, really.
it's a cloak made of flesh.
It's a cloak made of flesh.
It really is.
We're doing this for the holidays.
We're doing this for the holidays.
I'm going to look up like polar
It
bears.
is true.
Like polar bears kind of yellow in their fur.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same with any kind of white furred animal, like a, rabbit or anything that's rolling around like that. Dogs don't get like that, but it's only because they have long hair, right? Like if I have a short haired dog, his paws are going to get yellow from running around a little bit, but
I mean, but that's definitely, you look at this, that's definitely like a yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not a.
It's pretty yellow. So I could.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're long haired. It's yellow, but I mean, they're not born like that.
Well, their skin is actually black, and it's the fur that's translucent, and it acts as a thermal barrier.
It acts as a thermal barrier.
Isn't that cool?
Of course.
Where else are you going to talk about thermal barriers and UV?
Flesh capes, thermal barriers.
Thermal barriers.
You got all sorts of stuff going on.
Join us on Creature Corner, where we're talking about thermal barriers.
Thermal barriers and flesh capes, my lord.
Thermal barriers.
Dude, I am a psycho for saving. I save every 5 minutes.
You have to. Starts turning yellow and he becomes a dirty boy. He becomes a dirty boy. Trying to add some like color to the fur, so it's not just like white, pure white.
Mm.
Oh, Matt, thinking about what we were talking about earlier.
I know, it feels good.
I know. Now I have many things in my head.
Now I have many things.
I have many thoughts in my brain.
So it's a walrus. Walrus.
Walrus.
And what's the deal with this? What's this all about? Nobody knows what that is. Oh, I know what that is. Go. Walrus time.
Walrus.
It's walrus time in the city.
Just a big walrus.
It's walrus time in the city.
For Christmas, I just want a large walrus.
I want a big fat daddy walrus.
Oh well, that's cute.
Well, that's interesting there,
That's
little
interesting
Timmy.
there. Hey, champ, that's a cool thing that you just said.
Not worried about it
Look, you.
at all.
Well, we'll talk about it, okay? It's a bit of a unique request, there, buddy. Hey, listen, kiddo. Your mom and I would love to get you a walrus, but times are tight.
But like, nah.
But like,
You're gonna have to take the L, bruh.
I mean, we would love to get a walrus. I mean, don't get me wrong. What are the jingle bells, dude?
They're little. So
They should
okay,
be
so
like-
maybe this guy is huge and he's got little jingle bells hanging off of his antlers. And by the jingle bells, it's just like their skulls.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, it was cool. Like, what do you
Okay, so it's like just like skulls. Okay, yeah, no big deal. That's cool.
want? I mean, I was thinking it could be like kidney stones or something, but
Okay.
or like petrified hearts that are
Ah,
hollowed
that's
out.
cool.
You know, and they make a sound.
They make a sound. You guys need to know that they make a sound.
They make a sound, okay? They make a sound.
Or maybe his tongue comes out of his body and it's holding a bunch of bells, and that's how he lures in his that's how he lures.
They hear the jolly sounds of the holiday and can't help but be lured in.
Dude, they can't, and so now I have to do it.
Maybe it's kind of like a siren call.
Oh. Yeah, maybe it's
And
like
so
both.
they think it's Santa because they hear the bells, they see the silhouette, you know, they see the shape, but it's not Santa. When are you 3D printing something?
Man, honestly, it's probably going to be pretty soon. It's starting to get a little cold here, which is okay. I've got a space heater for the garage.
Oh, because that would freeze your resin, right?
Well, I mean, it's not going to get that cold anytime soon, I don't think. But I mean, yeah, it would completely fuck it up. Plus, there's, for different kinds of resin and exposure times, you want certain temperatures and stuff for the resin to cure properly. And so I would just like stick a space heater in front of the printer just to make sure it didn't get too cold.
Good for you for being adaptable.
That's why they sell those like heated beds.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They sell temperature controlled beds.
Okay, that makes sense.
That keeps your resin at a certain temperature for optimal curing and stuff like that. But yeah, getting really, really, really close. I don't have a lot of free time, but I think it's going to start working into what I'm working on right now.
Hell yeah, that's exciting. I forgot how good it feels.
Oh man, dude, it's been so long for me. I've
well, you know,
I've lost the luster.
I haven't done it for like a year, at least a year and a half.
Oh, I was about to say like at least a year. Yeah.
Yeah, at least a year and a half since I last printed anything. And now I've got the bug again.
The boy's got the bug, Your Honor.
You know, you kind of go through bursts, I think.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, it just depends on like how much time do you have, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And for me, it was like, dude, I was off of work for a couple of months, and I was like, oh, well, I can just have some fun, you know, like exploring this thing. And eventually, you know, it pays off. Like, you know, you get on a project and they're like, hey, can you 3D print this thing? And you're like, yeah, I can 3D print a big thing of it, you know?
Yeah, heck yeah.
But yeah, it is a daunting task. You know, you start to remember like how much time it takes. And
well,
if you've been out of it, you're like, I don't know if I if I have the energy for that right now.
The struts, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because that's where I'm at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I just went ahead and printed old parts that were already that were already supported. But like, here, I'll show you. Let me. Like, bring up the camera. There you go. So this was as big as I was able to print on my old printer. This is my old Clayface sculpt.
Okay, yeah, that's an Anycubic.
The Anycubic, yeah. So that was like the old just Anycubic. This was the last thing I was able to, like, as big I was able to print. And I now have an Anycubic M3, and like this is as big as I'm able to print.
Oh, nice, dude!
So, like,
awesome.
And this is without keying or anything. This is just like straight up. I tossed them in there as big as I could get it. And now I'm using like year-old resin. That's why like you're seeing all this like white residue. It's old resin and it's old isopropyl alcohol.
It's old alcohol, yeah.
So that's what all this old stuff is. I have new ISO on the way, and I have new and I have newer resins coming in. So eventually I'll be putting up these STLs for sale. So if you want to buy that. And then, yeah, man. But like huge. It's like printing
like
your own.
Big. Easy.
Yeah. But now I can paint these guys up.
That's going to be fun, dude.
But there's nothing like holding your print and being like, my baby.
I made you. That's my boy.
That's my boy. I made you.
Meep.
Meep. Yes, you got to catch that bug. You get that bug.
You got to catch that bug.
You got to catch that bug, man.
You got to catch that bug now. You got to catch a bug.
This boy got to catch a bug.
You need to catch a bug.
Remember, we sit out there on the porch all the time and catch a bug.
You ever thinking about catching a bug? Is that something you ever think about, catching a bug? Smarthumans.com.
We smooth brains.
Yeah.
Smooth brains.
Brave.
That would be our attack. Smooth brain, go.
Smooth brain, go. What do we got? A million polygons, huh?
2 million polygons.
Decimate the tree. Get a bunch of trees in there for scale. Look at that. No one cares about what you look like. You just got to look a little bit like a tree. I don't.
Yeah,
No one cares.
just pretend.
Yeah. No
Yeah,
one
but-
cares.
That's a big tree you got.
Yeah, it looks like we might be crashing a little bit, and that's okay.
Oh no.
Let's press it. Oh. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Oh, it's an unrecoverable error.
Wow, man.
It's unrecoverable.
I can't believe they did you like that.
It's unrecoverable. Let's see if we can recover it.
He's going to try and recover. That's if the CGI were sports. Oh, it crashed. He's going to try and recover.
Let's see if the autosave is coming in to help.
We're going to take just a quick thing from our sponsor. We'll be right back. When I feel the thirst, I reach for cold Mountain Dew Lava Explosion.
Cold, naked Mountain Dew.
Cold Naked Mountain Brew. What? Is it dead? Did it die? Is it gone?
Oh, I think, I mean, you know, we're going to see. We should be good.
It's always the best game to play. Did he crash it?
Is it gone? Yeah, we're good.
We made it. And we are almost at a new year. It's almost Christmas. And that's why we're feeling festive.
Feeling just a tid festive, my boy.
You think you're being festive?
You don't even know the beginning of being festive. You haven't seen festive like this, and you'll never see it again.
My father was a festive.
My middle name is Festivity. They call me Jester the Festivity.
Jester the Fester.
They call me the Festering Jester Festivity Man.
Festivities.
It's confusing, but it's real. It's confusing, but it's real.
Matt, did you ever watch White Lotus?
White Lotus.
Did you watch that?
White Lotus. Oh, the hotel.
The Hotel.
Oh yeah, first season was hilarious, man.
So we're watching second season.
Is it good? I watched the first episode and I haven't been back yet.
You know, it's a slow burn.
Yeah. It seemed like it was a little bit of a cold open or something like that.
We're like an episode behind, but I think we're getting to like the point.
Okay.
and it's it's very interesting.
Dude, the first one was so good.
The first one was great, and just like creepy and weird, and
So funny. Such a funny life we live, Your Honor.
live on the planet Earth.
We I don't know why, but that was hilarious. We live on the planet Earth.
Well, I love that.
You
in
wouldn't
every,
understand.
it kind of comes from the fact like every sci-fi movie always has that like one dude who's just kind of a scientist, and he's just kind of like around. He's not really like helping anybody.
Right.
He just kind of like states obvious things. Like I there's something I always loved about that trope. So he's just like they're saying something like, we need quantum defibrillators, and he's like, I'll get them. I'm getting snacks.
I'm getting snacks.
He's the Steve Carell in Anchorman, you know. I love lamp.
I like it.
Do you like it?
He enjoys it, Your Honor.
I did this for you. I did all of this for you.
I learned it from you.
Can he do it?
Can you do it?
How's it going, dude? Are you in? Oh man, you got a tree
I got some
and
trees.
and his long proboscis tongue.
Yeah, we're just blocking some stuff in to see if it's gonna work.
He's like some kind of creepy, whacked out freako.
He's some kind of creepy, whacked out freako, dude.
It's got to be a line.
Let's see.
Like, did you summon that creature? Yeah, he's like some kind of crazy, whacked out freako.
Crazy, whacked out freako.
Crazy, whacked out kind of freako, man. What are you guys working on? What are you working on? Tell us.
Tell us your stories and share with us your
Milk.
treasures.
Share your milk with us.
Yeah, see, he's like the big guy. He's a dude. He's a big guy. He's a big guy.
He's a big guy. He's a big dude.
He's a big guy. He's a big dude. He's big dude.
He's just as cute as a bug.
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, he's gonna be holding the jingle bells in that tongue. You know what I mean? He's gonna hold the jingle bells in that tongue. Yeah, and I want it to look like an old man hair. Yeah, something like that'll work. There we go.
That's so weird.
Creepy sounding music, bro.
You always know when it hits.
I don't know what it is, but it's nice and creepy.
Only the spookiest, baby. God, this brush is the best. It's just like butter. Delicious butter.
It's like butter.
Well, it's just that it's like it adds texture, but it's also pulling from your history, so it kind of samples some colors around it too.
Yeah, like an actual smudge would, huh?
Yeah, it like pulls color. It's crazy.
I'm into it.
So I like to use this kind of texture brush for highlights like this. Just build up on that icy feeling. And then later, I won't do it now, but I've got this nice spray brush. I'll just use it for snow. Like, I won't do it now as I do it now, but like a good layer of big chunky snow on top of them. It'd be cool. It will be cool. I think I don't like tusks. Yep. Getting rid of the tusks.
Really?
Yeah. They're bothering me.
We don't want to be bothered.
Well, if they bother you, like, you don't have to put up with it.
No, man. I mean, it's your life.
I just don't want to be, like, beholden to these tusks. Wonder if it was just getting too busy. I'm some kind of tusk.
Weird Santa man. There he is.
You wanted to do a Santa cryptid. This is what you wanted.
This is where we're at. It's feeling good.
This is what you wanted to do.
Are you not having fun?
I'm having a great time.
Oh, I'm having a blast.
It's this is like, again, it's like not something I normally would just do on my own.
Yeah, it's an interesting, really weird prompt, and that's fun.
That's the good part.
That's the really good part.
It's the good part. And if it's bananas, as you say.
And for the love of all of my children.
Oh, my children. It just takes me back to working on Krampus, you know.
I know, yeah. It's like we're trying to avoid Krampus.
It just keeps bringing me back to Krampus a little bit.
Yeah.
But we had a good time working on that. Transparency. That was Krampus. Krampus was before you, right?
Oh yeah.
Before your time.
Yep.
Because that was because Luca was there.
It was before my time in the army.
That's right. We brought you in to be the wolf guy.
I turned into the wolf man.
Became the wolf guy.
Dude, see, there he is. There, I mean, there's a pretty solid block in of. There's a weird cryptid in the Arctic forest. He's not completely fleshed out yet, but he's there. And he's got little jingle bells on the end of his tongue. They're not there yet, but they will be there.
There you go. Yeah, it's kind of like, as you said, that like you can feel him starting to come out of the shadows a little bit.
See what a 3/4 looks like. Yeah. Yeah, I think if I had a couple more lights, fix up this cloak, this thing's going to be pretty nasty, bro.
Yeah, pretty fun.
I'm excited about it. I mean, especially after
Cenobite Dragon.
Man, dude, I loved the Cenobite Dragon. It was so fun.
It was very long. I just remember going on and on for a very long time.
It. Yeah, this is getting weird. I like weird.
He likes weird.
Yeah, weird is nice. This thing right here, though, this is pissing me off. Yeah, I gotta hit up James, dude. Gotta get him to part out my my Cenobite Dragon.
Oh God, I feel sorry. No,
dude, I'm actually well, it's hard to phrase properly, but there's just a couple of changes I want to make to it based off of what I've been doing. So it's like the never ending thing. Yeah, see, James is ready. He likes it. He doesn't know what punishment is.
he hasn't been through the ringer.
Maybe he does, man. Maybe James, maybe he knows what's up.
I think he knows what's up. I think he gets it.
James is the man after all.
He's the man.
Dude, I want to see the menu. I want to see the menu, really.
I do want to see that.
Would
Is there
love
anything
to
else?
see the menu.
Like, Megan comes out in January.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But I can't think of like anything else that like.
I mean, we had a really big year.
It was a huge year for horror.
For horror. We had a massive year for horror.
I mean, there was like Barbarian. There was
Smile.
Men, X, Pearl.
Yeah, there's, I mean, so many.
Wasn't Pig this year?
I don't know. It might have been.
I don't remember if it was out this year or last year.
It was not horror, though.
Not horror, no. Not even scary.
Has a pig in it. Can't
It
be
has
scary.
a pig in it, which was scary, kind of.
It's got a pig in it, Millard.
Millard, it has a pig. A beautiful little cryptid.
Ben is saying last year. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'll tell you what this needs is...
still a good year for horror.
Yeah, dude, this year's been insane. It's like one of the most insane years that I can remember. No lie. We might have even got that garbage Saw movie. What was that called?
Oh, that Spiral, the Book of Saw.
Oh my god, dude, that has got to be one of... I mean, that was bad. That was a bad movie.
Smile as well. Smile came out.
Loved Smile.
I didn't see it, but I had the ending spoiled.
Yeah, that's lame.
Honestly, not mad about it because it's pretty rad.
No, that's lame. Your logic doesn't hold up.
I'm gonna watch the movie.
It's still lame.
I couldn't help it. It was just it's the internet. It spoiled me. Not like I went looking for it.
You went looking for it, Jared.
I'm not looking for it.
Dude, add some snowfall, get some hair on this guy's weird face, get some blood on there. We'd be there.
We're gonna be there.
We'd be there. I like it.
You can see my dude like standing in the moonlight.
Yes, dude, I love his expression.
Yeah, he's kind of like adorable.
I don't know. He's a little mischievous, dude.
He could be a little mischievous.
He's got little buttons on his stomach.
Yeah. Like little fur,
That's
little
awesome.
fur tufts.
That's awesome, dude.
Like you could definitely see the Santa. Once you colored him red, you're like, oh, this is definitely Santa.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Santa monster.
Does he need a hat?
Well, how would I do a hat?
I know. How do you do a hat?
How do we do a hat?
Maybe there's like a clan of them and they like wear headdresses, you know?
Let me see.
Well, let me process that stupid idea.
Let me pass that stupid idea. What it would be like this. I mean, it could be like a tuft of like colored hair. He's like,
he's
hey.
getting emo. He's getting
He's
emo.
like, hey, mom.
Yeah, he's getting emo.
All right, we'll think about it.
It's just something to think about.
I'm gonna think on it, but I like the hat. I'm not saying no.
It's just something to think about, dude.
I'm not saying no. I didn't say no yet.
It's just something to think about.
It needs like whiskers.
Yeah, see, I've still got to get like some smoky coal and embers coming out of his little worm tube body here.
God, love worm tube bodies.
It's a worm tube body.
Worm tube bodies are awesome. Watcher was really great.
The Watcher. What's that?
Matt has opinions on The Watcher.
Yeah, what is The Watcher?
Well, The Watcher was cool up until the very end.
What is The Watcher? Is it
It
a
was
TV show or a movie?
It was a TV show. We talked about it, I think. You
Yeah.
didn't like the ending. You're like, it was cool until it wasn't.
What's the deal? What's the deal?
And
with
that
The
was
Watcher?
kind of my thought on it too. It was cool until it wasn't. Neighborhood Watch, or was that it?
Neighborhood Watch.
It was on Netflix. Remember?
No, I mean, you got to refresh my memory. I've seen everything 100 times. I don't know anything. What's it about?
It was about people that moved.
Oh,
in.
sends them letters. See,
Yeah,
James,
sent some letters.
James is on fire, bro. He's on fire. Yeah. Why are we talking about that TV show? Like, oh, the letter was so creepy. This guy fucking really loves the house, and oh, he's in the crawl space. What a stupid show, dude. Such a stupid show. It's just like garbage. It's like, why?
Yeah, I told you, Matt has opinions on it.
Hey man, if it's horror cinema, I've got opinions on it.
Well, it's not horror though. It wasn't.
It is, man. It's like creepy. It's like psychological.
It was a thriller,
right? Psychological thriller. I mean, they borderline. They borderline.
Yeah, there's nothing that took it into horror, so there's no
I'm trying to remember what even happens at the end. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's one of those shows to where I invested all the time in it. And then at the end, it's so dumb that I literally just erase it from my hard drive in my brain. Like, I don't know what that was. I don't care. It's over. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're not wrong. We all do that. Like there's so much stuff. There's so much content that you just kind of like have to move on. Like, that's the stuff you finished. What about the stuff like you start and never finish? Where does that go?
And there have been a couple this year. I can't name them, but I will try and think of them for next time, because it's one of those things I can watch almost anything, dude. And I've started a couple of things.
Like, yeah,
I'm like, dude, I can't do it. I can't do it.
You end up going like back to old shows again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just watching all of BoJack over.
All right, you want to do a check in and see where we're at, man?
I think it's so, dude.
It's time to check.
Why don't you show us where you're at? Oh, that tongue is fun.
Yeah, it's added a whole. Well, thanks, man. It's added a whole different element to it, right? Like he's this big Arctic cryptid. The second I get like texture in on like the stone up here and the horns, I think it's going to start working. And I add some teeth that you can visibly see. I think it will start working. But look at that. I mean, that looks like Santa Claus, right? There's a bunch of dudes who worship that guy.
Yeah.
But he's a walrus worm, Jared.
But it's a walrus worm.
He's a walrus worm.
It's a different thing.
That's what he likes to do. He likes to be a walrus worm. And it's hard to say. And that's okay.
Look, it's hard to say, but not hard to love.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, nice. There he is. Oh, dude, I love the red coming off of his hands, like long fur on his face.
Really, really long. Admittedly, I'm taking that from King Louis. but whatever. Yeah, we started this with just line, I think.
Oh yeah, you got rid of the tusks.
Yeah, I eventually painted out the tusks. So this is where we started. And it just started from working in some local value, some like dirty textures on top, a little bit of a background here as I kind of like turn things on, then painting out the tusks, adding shadow, painting out shadow.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Adding a little background. Yeah, I like this trick because let me duplicate the layer.
Are you just like multiplying a blue over it?
Yeah, you just multiply a blue, and what's cool about this is you can light it. You're painting in light.
Yeah, that's cool.
As opposed to like trying to paint in light and shadow, you paint in where the lights hit. And this allows you to just kind of go from different directions.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah. And so I started with that, and then I'm just doing kind of a basic kind of quarter light, and then like a kind of icy blue, kind of snowfall rim light.
Yeah, I like it. That's awesome.
You know, and as I go on, we'll add some snow and some other stuff across the ground. Maybe we'll
that's gonna be so sweet. Dude.
Yeah, you know, man, like you throw some color on it and it gets really fun.
The rendering looks great. I love the musculature and everything, and the hair. It definitely seems like an old, big, white hair with the yellow in the roots, the blue coming through the ends of the tips. Dude, what about a horn instead of a hat?
Oh yes. Oh my God, yes. Oh, dude,
yeah.
That's it.
Horn. Yeah. Yeah, Santa Claus.
And then the horn could be kind of red. That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, I'm into it, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Awesome.
And it gives them a little bit of like narwhal.
Yeah, right. And I mean, it's there to experiment with.
If I give them some like striations and dude, this is great. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Something to think about. Dude, he looks awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I love the blue rim light is killer, bro. That's dope.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, this is pretty fun. So what, we got like what, one more week on this?
Yeah. I'll finish mine up next week.
Okay. I'll just keep rendering for another episode then.
That sounds great.
We're having a good time.
I'm about to keep sleeping for the rest of the night though, so let's
He's about to go to bed, so
let's do it.
Let's do that thing where we say goodbye. Oh, look at my camera. Oh,
look at my Milton Bradley.
My camera likes to like focus in at the wrong stuff. Well.
Like
I'm just blurry.
Theories.
I'm just a blurry person. Anyway, contact us here. Monster Mash at Jared Krichevsky. Monster Mash 042. Jared Krichevsky. Matt Millard is at itchytasty_ and at Matt Millard 3D. Thank you to Gnomon School of Visual Effects, the MIT of Visual Effects in West Hollywood, California. Thank you to Lenovo, our sponsor. Thank you for sponsoring the stream. And thank you, everybody, and good night.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.